Alright class, my name is Garrett Berg. I'm doing problem 9-3A. I'm not very good at the whole visual and teaching things. We'll see how this goes. I'm just going to go with what I have here. Um, but basically the problem is saying during 2017, each of the assets was removed from service. So the machinery was retired on January 1st, the forklift was sold on June 30th for $13,440, and the truck was discarded on December 31st. So to journalize all entries required on the above dates, including entries to update depreciation where applicable on disposed assets. So the company uses straight line depreciation. All depreciation was up to date as of December 31st, 2016. Alright, so first here, about the machinery. So we purchased that in 2017, right here, for $79,520. And it has a useful life of 10 years. Um, so it's 2017, so obviously it's been 10 years and ran out of its useful life. So it's going to be debited for the full amount of 79,520 for the accumulated depreciation of the equipment, and the equipment will be credited for that same amount, 79,520. But now we got to find the depreciation for the forklift. Okay, it's a little bit harder. So we have to find out the annual depreciation first. What's basically the annual depreciation? I thought I had it over here. Is you find that by doing the cost of the forklift minusing the salvage value, which would be 0. So right here, 33,600 minus 0. And then we divide that by its useful years right here, which is 5. So divide that by 5, and we get 6720. And before we put that in here, though, it was sold on June 30th, so it was just 6 months, which is half a year. So we'll multiply that by 0.5, since it's just half a year, and we get $3,360. So we debit that to the depreciation expense of $3,360, and the same to the accumulated depreciation for the equipment up to that point. But now we're selling that same forklift. So we're obviously going to be debiting the cash for however much we sold it, which says right here $13,440, which will be the cash. And then we'll have to make sure we credit the equipment for however much we bought it for. So we bought the forklift here for $33,600. And again, we got to find that accumulated depreciation here, which was bought in 2014, and again it's 2017, so that's 3 years. But it was it was sold in June 30th, so that's the 6 months. So it's 3.5 years. So let's see, once we credit there, so we'll take the annual depreciation, which was that 6720 before we multiplied it by 0.5, and so now we multiply that by 3.5, and that's where we get the 23,520 for the accumulated depreciation of the equipment. So now we need to find if that was a gain or a loss, which we do that by doing the cash we earned plus the accumulated depreciation, which is 23,520. That equals 36,960. And then we subtract the original cost of the equipment right here. And so if you do the math real quick, it's 3,360. So we actually made 3,360 off of selling that forklift. So not a bad sale. Okay, now we got to basically do that same exact thing for the truck. So the depreciation expense, we have to debit that for the depreciation expense. And also debit the depreciation for equipment. So this one actually has a salvage value up here of 3,360. So we subtract that from the actual cost of the truck that we bought it for, which is 37,408, minus 3,360. And we see that it does have a useful life of 8 years. So right here, like I said, I'm not good at the whole demonstrating thing. Divide that by 8, we get 4256. So 4,256 goes for the depreciation expense. We debit it, and we credit the accumulated depreciation of the equipment for 4256. Okay. Yeah, because it was gone in December, so it was a full year. So last part is where we obviously sell the truck now. So we need to find the accumulated depreciation of its life so far, which is, if we go up here, purchased was in 2012. We know the date is 2017. And since it was a full year, it really was 6 years since, since we had the whole year with it. And so we take that 4,256 depreciation expense, the accumulated depreciation here, and we multiply that by 6, the amount of years that it's been so far. So we get that 25,536 for the accumulated depreciation of the equipment as of now, for how long we've had it. So we debit that, and before I forget, we need to credit the equipment for the truck for how much we bought it for. So $37,408 dollars. So put that in here for the credit. And then we need to look again for a gain or a loss on the truck. And so again, we just take that $37,408 right here, the equipment, the original cost, minus the accumulated depreciation, which is the $25,536, and we get the ultimate value of $11,872, and that is a loss. So we debit that to the loss of disposal on plant assets. Again, I know I'm not the best at showing this, so if you do have questions, feel free to ask me, or better yet, ask our teacher. I don't know if I can explain it much better than this, but thank you guys, and hopefully this helps you guys out a little bit.